Well, hello and welcome to Morning Coffee with Maddog Merv. Much different angle today, much different place today. So this is my new home office and I'm going to take you on a little tour of it real quick. I don't have my camera mount set up just yet in here. So today's going to be a little bit different than what you'll see in the future. But let's see what we've got going on the channel today.
Welcome to Morning Coffee.
Maddog Merv today.
Got our French roast this morning again. I wonder if I'm a big fat guy. I mean, holy cow. I always had a schmear. A schmear.
He's probably going for bagels. He's trying to steal
Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it.
I have no clue.
And I got a bunch of chores to do. Oh, who wants to do that?
Skip the shout out today. We're going to get right into some other things. Real quick. So because I've had a couple of family members move in, move out, you know, it's kind of a revolving door around here. This room became available. Now, going back about 30 years ago when I first moved in the home, this was a room that I designed as my hobby room. It was small. It was a good space for it. No windows. And it served me very well for several years. But as the family grew, so did other needs. So I'm back in here now. Yay for me. We'll take you on just kind of a quick tour of. Okay, so here is my view. We've talked before about my little workstation, but I've decided to do a nautical theme, and it's kind of all over the place here, so I'm sorry. But give you an idea between my Arizona up on top, my Washington below, and the Louisiana, the difference in size are all in 1/350th scale. Decided to put this painting here for right now. Probably going to do something else at some point in time, but for now it's there. I'm looking for a little corner table to put here. Right now I've got a little toy box for the little kids when they come in. A shelf here that I'm going to wind up putting a ship on. My dad's shadow box. For now I've got the earth there. The earth's going to move to a different place. My little couch that the kids love to sit on and watch movies and just hang out and have a great time. They love this room. Of course, my painting of George, and this that you've seen before, and this guy here in the corner behind the door. Nice thing is I can close the door. The dryer's going right next door, but because this room is so well insulated, you can barely hear that dryer going, so that's kind of neat. Anyway, vacuum, fan, you know, all the important stuff that I need in here. So when I get my camera mount, we'll have a little different angle, but for today, this is what you get. So I hope everybody enjoyed that piece that I did on making this guy behind me here. Yes, someday I am going to finish the I'm going to finish the painting that he's popping out of. The ship that I showed you, the big ship here, was originally what I was going to use. I didn't want to ruin that at all. Just couldn't bring myself to it. So I'm probably going to get a poster or something and tear it into the shreds and, you know, have him popping out of that. I've got time to do it now. It's kind of fun to have him there. The kids don't mind him there. And it is kind of fun when I get somebody new and, you know, show them that. It is kind of fun that way. Anyway, I hope you guys got something out of that build. Coming up tomorrow on this on the main show, we are going to look at Dragula. Remember, not too long ago, we had that tin that had both the Munsters coach and Dragula in it. Well, we're going to look at the Dragula. I went ahead and built it. Quick and easy build. We're going to go over it real quick and you know, show you folks how I did it. So that's what tomorrow's show is. For the stash, last week we were looking at that little N-scale train. that was an amazing find that my friend had. But he finds all sorts of amazing stuff at Goodwill, the Deseret Industries, the different thrift shops that we have around here. He goes to those at least once or twice a week, and I think because of his timing, he just finds some really, really cool stuff. And he's such a huge supporter of the channel, and I really appreciate Mark for what he does in supporting our channel. But that little end scale was perfect because I'm going to set up something in here. I'm going to do a little teeny end scale layout in here so that Finley, when he's over, because he loves trains, he's at that age, he's got something that he can play with and watch it go. I think it's going to be a lot of fun having that thing in here. So one thing I did want to talk about is a change that we're going to be making going into winter. So I talked to you last week about some of the ship projects that I'm wanting to do now that I'm kind of moving into winter mode. The reason we're not outside this morning, it's in the upper 20s. It's cold. I don't want to be outside when it's frosty like that. Yeah, it's beautiful, but it's hardly a cloud in the sky. But at 28 degrees, no thank you. I'm going to be in here. So as winter comes, we're going to spend more time in here. We'll spend some time in the doghouse and a little less time outside. I'm going to be doing some more work. You saw the Louisiana and the Washington and the Arizona. They still need some finishing. All three of them need quite a bit of finish work. They look okay. They're displayable. Excuse me, but they need some finishing. So I'm going to be working on that this winter as well as some other ship projects. Probably do a car here and there, maybe a tank over the winter. But the point being is my production of models is going to be slowed way down. So we're going to be doing less, complete model projects like tomorrow, the Dragula start to finish. We're going to be doing a lot less of that for the next little while. One of the other things that I'm going to slow down on is the kit hoarder stash. So we've gone through most everything I've got in my stash, believe it or not. There's still stuff out there, but this time of year, I'm not into moving things around a whole lot and digging deep into, piles that I haven't seen in a long time. This time of year, it's just getting too cold to really spend a lot of time out there. So if I get a new model kit, we're going to look at it. But I'm thinking we're probably going to scale the kit hoarder stash back. We'll still do it on a Thursday, but it's probably going to be an every other week, if not a once a month thing for the next little while until I get to a point in life where I can start ramping up, getting more kits and whatnot. There's some great kits coming out that I've got on pre-order. They've announced a 1/350th scale USS Midway as it was launched. That's going to be really cool, but that'll be somewhere in the first or second quarter of next year before it comes out. But Border Models is releasing a 1/35th, not 1/32nd, a 1/35th scale B5N2 Kate. And they're releasing it, you've got the option, you can just get the aircraft or you can get it with the island and flight deck from the Akagi, a section of that. And the price for the pre-order from Squadron is like $156. So I can't pass that up. I know how big that's going to be in 35th scale. If you'll recall, a year or so ago, maybe two years ago, I can't remember how long ago it was, but a while back, I went to Nationals with my friend Loic Antheon back in Omaha, Nebraska, and he picked up one that had been done by, I think it was Louis Pernau, or was it, I can't remember who did it. I honestly can't remember who did it, but it was a Akagi or Kaga. It was a flight deck section in 32nd scale with a 0 on it. Of course, it was painted wrong, but still, it was pretty impressive, and it's pretty big. So I know what this 1/35th scale is going to be. It's going to be big. It's going to be cool, and I'm really looking forward to it. The Kate's one of my favorite aircraft. It really is. So when I get that, should be around the first of the year. We'll be reviewing that, going in depth on the review of that. So anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up. I don't think we're going to do a kit hoarder stash this Thursday. Keep posted here on Morning Coffee, and I'll let you folks know week to week if we're going to be doing something on the stash. Time with Halloween coming up here in a couple of days, and the little kids, they're all excited for it. I was excited for the Halloween season, but now that we get to Halloween, I'm just done because the weather. If we still had decent weather and could do all the fun stuff I want to do, the forecast is for the afternoon and evening, it will be in the low 40s. That's pretty chilly. You know, I just don't know that I want to haul, decorations out and whatnot. Sure, we've got what's going on in the front yard. I'll be out front in my pirate outfit with a bowl for the trick-or-treaters. But my soul sucker and some of the other things that I've built, I'm actually going to be disassembling the soul sucker later today and getting it back on the shelf in the doghouse because I just don't have a need for it this year. It's not like we had a party of any sort, and having Halloween on a Tuesday night of all things, you're kind of limited to the amount of kids that you're going to get in the neighborhood, at least around here. Some places, my friend in Las Vegas, it's just a party. I mean, it looks like something from the 1950s. It's great. But here in Salt Lake, not so much. So, seeing as how we didn't do a party over the weekend, a lot of the decorations that I have in the doghouse are just going to come down. So, anyway, that's what's going on right now. Doing some work on the USS Alabama that I started a couple of years ago. I put out a video on that a while back, and I'm continuing that build. So that's kind of the thing that I'm working on right now. That and some repairs on the ships that are here on the wall. So that's kind of what's going on. Well, thanks so much for joining us today for Morning Coffee. I've got an Italian roast today that's not too terribly bad. So hope you guys have a great week. Happy Halloween to you, and we will see you tomorrow for the Dragula. Take care.